Have you given up?
No, it's just I've restarted a new one, so just wait for people to come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Hopefully we'll get a few people come on. I've just had to start a brand new live stream. And just see if you've got it on yours. Hang on. Oh yeah, okay. So we are back up and running. Are we buffering or are we good? Are we good? Let me know. Are we good? We're not frozen, are we? Oh my God, it's doing my head in today. Do you know what I mean? Like, why? So, what I think has happened, I don't know if there's a connection or not, but obviously I was using my house Wi-Fi just then, and obviously I had to turn on my mobile data. I didn't really know that it was off, and so I've turned that on, so it's made it a little bit better, but I don't understand why the house Wi-Fi is playing up. The house Wi-Fi was fine, even though the computer was playing up. It's just, I think aliens have just took over my house. So anyway, on that note, we are back, and I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry for mucking you all around this morning, but I suppose this all adds to the excitement of coffee morning, doesn't it? Right, okay, so tell me now if you want to shout out. Like I said, I'm working blind this morning, but bear with me. Georgina Divine is here. Hello from Sedbridge, Cumbria. We've got Mr. Cyberheart, Julie McGarty, Lee Davis, the Foxy Bee. We've got Rux, we've got Barry Coppock, we've got Sally at Cupcake Toppers UK, we've got Kate Reynolds, we've got Penny, we've got Alicia Tromans, Lisa Pryor, we've got Joe, Ben McSporran, Belvedere is here, keep an eye on the chat. Peter, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the best I can. Peter Larens, Jane Frederick, Michelle Butterworth, Christopher Goff, Beverly Marr, Rebecca J, Lucy Sharp, Craig Cargill, Anna Tidmarch. We've got Willows. We've got the anti-lemon goose. I love it. I ain't got any lemons on my top today, though. Said the Foxy Bee, said Vera Paul, Andrew McGee, Jason M, Hayley Marie, Ellie Watson, John Stanley, Rachel Demen, Green King Dog, Julie Pringle, Dan Ailing, Kay Grand, Epic Ali is here, Victoria Scott. I think we've caught up with everybody. I'll try and shout everybody out as we go along, but we'll just get on with the coffee morning, right? Because like I've kept you guys long enough, and I'm so sorry. I really am. Hi, Nikki. I was actually doing a private function for Nikki yesterday, actually. Sky is on the what? Hang on. Sky is on the path as BT. They're shocking as well. Yes, I don't know what's going on today. It's really weird because like my internet has been fine all day, and well, all day, all morning. It's just my computer on its own that's been a problem, and now it's everything. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Anyway, we've got coffee. We've got an audience, 109 people. Okay, if you have dropped off, but it happens when things like this happen, so it's fair enough. I think I'm lucky to have 109 people under the circumstances. So anyway, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the most recent vlogs that are going to be coming up. I'm going to talk about the Mums Club because we launched that last week, which was absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to go into a little bit more detail about that. And obviously got Pop's quote of the week, which I know off the top of my head, but I can't do pet of the week. I'm going to have to do that virtually on the community tab later on today. So I'm so sorry. Anna says Mums Club was awesome. Oh my God, it was really good, wasn't it? Nikki says morning to everybody. So the Mums Club, let's just quickly sorry, you can probably hear Gabby's doll sounds in the background. I'm just going to shut this door, bear with me. So the Mums Club, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that came over to support, because obviously you don't need to be a mum to watch it. Anybody can watch it, but it's just going to be all subjects that are quite mum related, if you know what I mean, or dad related, parent related, basically. And I really wanted to launch it because I felt that there was that time of day, right, was a really, really nice time for me to do a live, because obviously Casper's at nursery. So it means that I've got breathing space to actually do it, which is great. And there are also other mums and that are in the same situation as me. They're at home, they're probably just finished their housework, and they're thinking, you know, oh, I'm just gonna sit down with a cuppa and before I pick the kids up from school. So that hour just worked out really nice. And there are a lot of mums out there as well, a lot of dads out there, a lot of grandparents out there as well, that, you know, have these moments where during parenthood, there are so many highs, and then there are some struggles as well. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say lows as such, because there isn't really any lows to being a parent. It's an amazing job. It's great. It can be difficult, but it can be really, really great. But there are challenges, so to speak, and some people need to sort of talk about them, share them, know if they're, you know, do I feel like I'm doing things right? Why am I blaming myself? Blah, 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 blah. So it's really nice for other parents and stuff to like get together, have a little bit of a chat, a bit like Mumsnet really, but like via the YouTube section, if you like. So we're just focusing on topics like that. And we talked last week about, God, somebody please remind me what we talked about. We talked about like you know, as mums, are we like feeling like we're not neglecting ourselves, but like, you know, before we had children, we had the time to put into ourselves, like our self-care and stuff like that. So we, you know, we talked about that kind of thing. And, you know, do we feel guilty if we're doing things for ourselves, and, you know, because we feel like, oh, you know, we should be doing this for our children? But, you know, we talked about that kind of thing as well. So there's a few subjects that are, you know, on the horizon. Joanne says, Gabby, your mum's club will be a great support. Thank you so much, Joanne. I really appreciate that. And yeah, so that's what it's all about, really. It's all about supporting. That's it. Yeah. So we're going to next week, or this week, the next session. Thank you so much for that, Lucy. Much appreciated. Thank you. Beth said, sounded awesome and well needed. I'll be there. Yeah, do come along. Everybody is welcome to come along. And so this week coming up, we're going to be talking about, because I put a little bit of a poll up, because I want it to be about you guys. I don't want it to be one of them situations where I'm coming on hosting the chat and it's all me, because it really isn't. The whole thing is about you guys and a community being able to share like their challenges and wanting to need help with things, talk with things. I don't, you know, I'm not the sort of person to give advice, but if I'm like hosting it and I've got quite a few people that are in the chat, then there is this potential that somebody else that's in there might have some answers, or maybe able to offer support, advice, or, you know, and it's also about sharing great stories as well. So it's everything mum related, basically, that's sort of involved in it. And yeah, I put this poll up to see what you guys wanted to talk about, and you guys chose this week to talk about like weaning, toddlers, food, things like that, and how they get on with their eating. So like eating habits and things like that. So anything to do with whether we've got babies that are starting to wean, or toddlers that are fussy eaters, or stuff like that. That's all going to be talked about this week. So that's going to be one of the highlights chosen by you guys. So, you know, I was really, really chuffed with the support that I got from that. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know there were a lot of people on Coffee Morning, probably people that are not really bothered even about the kind of mum chat, but just wanted to come on and show their support. And for that, I really do appreciate it. So thank you so, so much, everyone. It really does mean a lot. Being a mum helps, and it supports us mums and families. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So you'll also know that my last vlog that I put up was the home bargains ones. So do you know what? I felt like I was a little bit late, to be fair, with the home bargains and the Primark ones, because what I wanted to do was feature their summer ranges. Because what I like about Primark and home bargains is both stores have got a little bit for everyone. They've got like a little bit of a home range, they've got a women's section, they've got a man's section, they've got a children's section. It's got a little bit for everyone. And Barry, I'm still a fussy eater. So's Tim. Hi Jean, thank you for joining us this morning. Please keep on doing trips to Dubai. We will keep doing some trips to Dubai, but we're just so much more on the list at the moment. So there's so much more to come. Good morning, Sharon. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for everyone for persevering. Like I say, it's been a difficult morning so far, but the only way is up, right? The only way is up. That's the way I look at it. How's my garden? Actually, we'll talk about gardening in just a moment. So let me just keep you right there with the whole garden situation. So yeah, the whole point of like home bargains and that is a vlog for a little bit for everyone. And I just wanted to show you guys the summer range and what was in. And I really feel like I was a bit delayed with it. I don't think I filmed it late, but I think I managed to edit it and get it out there late for you guys because I'd got other vlogs. When I recorded that, I was still in the process of editing other ones, you know, and obviously I upload weekly. So I felt that by the time Primark and Home Bargains went out, I feel like summer had already kicked in. And I was like, oh no, I feel like you guys have probably seen a lot of what I was showing you guys. So some good quality in Home and Bargains. Yeah, they've got some good stuff in, I must admit, they have. And I do end up, and this happens to me every time I go to Home Bargains, I always end up buying something that I don't need. Like once I bought a lampshade because I really like the lampshade. This is how stupid I am. I bought this lampshade. I was like, I really like this lampshade. It's going to look great in the house. Got home and then realised that it didn't actually fit our fittings. And I was just like, oh my God, like I'm going to take that back to the shop. And then I never got around to taking it back because I just was so busy. I just never got that moment. And by the time I was due to go to Home Bargains again, they probably wouldn't have accepted the item back. Too much time would have gone by. And with the catastrophe with the whole wardrobe situation at the moment, and yes, we're still doing the wardrobe situation. Oh, and then there was another thing that came up. So hang on, I'm going to go down that road and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it actually. So yeah, too much time had gone by. I gave it to my sister. I was like, do you want a lampshade? She was like, yeah. And I've got the same problem now with the shower caddy because like I went and rushed out, got not, you know, like a little shower caddy that you put on. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty basic because our other one just lost stick and fell. To be fair, I think it lost stick because I piled it too high with a lot of products. Vera, my brain's always spinning. Always spinning. It's not just coffee morning, it's always spinning. From one day to the next, and I'm not joking. I open up my diary and go, where am I singing this weekend? Oh, there. And I don't know where I'm going. I'm not joking. Or like I'm going, Tim, where are we going this weekend? Are we going tomorrow? Oh no. That's honestly no word of a lie. Tim was booking somewhere to go the other day. And he was going, oh, can you just do me a favour? Do you think your mum might be available to watch Casper? Because I can only get this flight on this day, blah, 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 to wherever he was going. And I went, you do know we're going to Rhodes the next day, don't you? And he went, no. I went, yeah, so if you do go on that trip, you're going to fly back in the evening, and then we're going to be leaving early morning the next day to go. Oh, yeah, you need your phone, don't you? No, I'm good, thanks. And I'm like, so did you know that? You're probably going to get like 3 hours at home. And he's like, no, I overlooked that. Okay, I'm going to reschedule that. And I was just like, oh my God. And that's exactly how we're living our lives. Crazy. It's crazy life. It's mad. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't even remember what I was talking about now. Yeah, I told you my brain was spinning. It is spinning around, move out of my way. Yes, a good song I do, actually. I'll do that one. So anyway, moving on. Let's talk about, that's it. I want to talk about the wardrobe, don't I? Talk about the wardrobe. Oh yeah, the shower caddy. Oh my God, how many subjects have I got on the go? What's going on? I told you I need my schedule because I'm just a mad woman. Craig, thank you so much. Hi, Gabby. Love your coffee morning. Full of the unexpected, lol. Is your dad watching Casper? No, my mum's on the job today. My mum's on it. But thank you so much, Craig. I really appreciate that. So yeah, anyway, the shower caddy. I went out and bought the shower caddy that I broke with all my products piled up on it. And when I went and bought it, Tim had ordered one from Amazon exactly the same day because we were not communicating with each other. So, Barry, thank you so much. Towards an orange tree funds. We're going to get an orange tree as well. We're doing it. Thank you so much, Barry. I'm trying to heart that there. Because usually I'll heart it on the laptop. And I don't know if I can do it on my phone, but I can. So Mr. Cyberheart says hello to Mother. I think she's going to be in the chat in a minute. I think she's trying to multitask, bless her. So she'll probably see that in a bit. Hen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yeah, I want a lemon tree, but I'm worried I'm going to kill the lemon tree because I can't even grow my hair, let alone a plant, honestly. So yeah, but I do want to get an orange tree. So yeah, I think I might do that. But we were talking about the other day where we would put them in the garden. But before I talk about the garden, so I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to sort of brush you up on a few things about gardening. Let's talk about problems with refunds and things like that. So everyone that's been following the channel will probably know that we're in a bit of a sticky situation at the moment with this wardrobe. I'm just so furious about it, really, because it was bought in October and it's now... Someone to remind me what month we're in. Is it June? Are we in June? Oh my God, we're in June. So yeah, that's a long time, isn't it, to get a refund? That's pretty nuts. So people had been saying to me in the comments, could you not try and get it back off your credit card and that? And apparently too much time's gone past, so we can't do that. It is in the hands of the Ombudsman. And we should be hearing from them any day soon, really. And I don't know what they're going to do or what, but the reason it's in the hands of the Ombudsman is because although we went down the other road, like through sort of consumer rights and stuff like that, we can take them to court, but it's going to cost us what the difference in price anyway. So we may go down that road on principle, because obviously I'm not going to let it go. But at the same time, it's like it's time consuming. Do you know, that is the biggest problem with these things? Time consuming. So yeah, I don't know where we're going to go from there. With this wardrobe, I'm just waiting to hear what the Ombudsman says. If we don't get any joy with them, then it'll be a court situation, but it is going to be a pain in the backside because we're not going to be doing it for financial gain, because we're going to have to obviously pay to take them to court. So yeah, not great. And obviously we're not entitled to a legal aid either, so that's just the way it goes. Even though I don't know if Holly should be, really, because it's Holly's fight, really, but I don't know in that score. But either way, I don't know if it's going to be worth our while financially, but we'll have to do it on principle, because you just can't let that happen no matter what. Yeah, customer service needs retraining. Yeah, something's just not right about this whole situation, is it? Do you know what I mean? Amanda says, I don't blame you for not letting go. B&Q shouldn't get away with it. Do you know what annoyed me most about B&Q was the time they wasted for me more than anything. Like the amount of times I would ring up and they would just go, oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, we'll make sure we do something. And then just didn't do anything. And then I'd have the same conversation the following week, then the following week, then the following week. And I'd just be like, this just feels like pure robotic, almost a bit dishonest, do you know what I mean? Because they go, oh, we're so sorry to hear about that. No, you're not, because if you was, you'd do something, do you know what I mean? And you don't. But anyway, that's another matter. Let's talk about, right, and this is what I really wanted to put this poll up today. I really wanted to put it up, but I can't because I need access to my computer to do it. Let's talk about hospital parking. Hospital parking at hospitals. How much it costs to park. Is it right? Is it fair? We're either sick, not me personally, but we're either sick people or we're visiting sick people. Penny says nightmare. Right there. Ben says it's a rip-off. It's disgusting. Helpful as a chocolate fire card. No one should ever pay. I know. Right, so we're all on the same page here. It's totally disgusting, isn't it? Well, I'm going to tell you a little story. You like a story, don't you? Right, better have a bit of coffee before I go on a little tangent here. It is tragic. I think it's disgraceful anyway. I've never liked the fact that you have to pay to park to go to a hospital. Now, I know that a lot of people will probably say, you know, the ones that are, you know, going to sort of defend this hospital situation. It's a private car park. It doesn't belong to a hospital, so therefore that's why you pay, because it's not in the hands of the hospital. It's in the hands. You can come and say hi, right? Come and say hi.
Go say hi, then we're going to play.
Come on, come and say hi. Come on then. Oh, look at you in your bluey top. You look so cute today. Don't pick your nose on camera. Pick it when you're not on camera. No, not really. I don't really teach him a big nose. Say hi, everyone. Say hi.
Hi.
He's so gorgeous, isn't he? Isn't he gorgeous? Blow everyone a kiss. Blow everyone a kiss. Can you blow a kiss? Mwah. Mwah. That's it. Good boy. See you later.
So see you next time.
See ya.
See you next time.
I love you. Well done, puppies. Well done. Nice little cameo there. So, hospitals, right? Yes, they're private car parks, but the way we see it as the public, they're the hospital car park because they're attached to the hospital and so on and so forth. So, Casper has got an appointment to have his eyes checked. Me as a mother, I personally, and once I was actually in the hospital as well, didn't see. I didn't think it was just like a routine check, but I personally didn't have any concerns with his eyesight as a mother. But it was a routine check that we just had to attend just so we could just, write it off. Do you know what I mean? And it's when the problem with these routine checks is, yes, you do them, but there are other appointments that I really, really could do with. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really need this allergy appointment, but to be fair, I don't need it anymore because I took matters into my own hands. But you know what I mean? But you get the appointments for the ones you don't overly need so much. But anyway, we went just to get everything checked over and everything's obviously fine. So I pull up into the car park, it's the James Paget in Galston. They've got a new car parking system, a little bit like the malls now, where it used to be like a barrier, you take a token, and then when you go to pay, you put the token in the thing, you pay, and then you get your token back, put it out, and barrier lifts up and you go out. This new one where they take your registration plate, basically, and then when you go to pay, you pop your registration plate in. You can either do it via your phone or you can queue up go on the screen and so on and so forth. So I pull up, I see there's a new system and I'm like, fine, it's obviously just like the mall. And I've got this appointment to get to. I'm on autopilot. I'm driving straight into the car park. Just want to get to this appointment, get the job done, get out, get to nursery. So go into the car park and there are no parking bays. There are none whatsoever. I didn't have Casper's pushchair or anything like that. The road is so busy by the hospital, so I couldn't go and find car parking on a back street or anything like that because A, would have then become late for our appointment, probably late already, and I didn't want to cross that busy road without a stroller because Casper, I could hold his hand, but I just don't want to, if I'm with Casper, I'm not crossing a busy road like that, forget it. So we're going into this car park. It's saturated, nowhere to park, nowhere. There are no bays available, none. And all these cars are just going round and round and round this car park. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it's a bit of a difficult one really now, innit? Because I can't actually get out without getting out to go and pay to park. But I can't get out of my car and I can't just abandon it. I mean, I did have my mum with me, but it's not the point. So she could have gone out and done it for me. She wouldn't know what to do anyway. So and mum can't drive my car, she's not insured on it, and I wouldn't trust her with it anyway. No offence, mum. So anyway, we're just going round and round and round in this car park, and I'm thinking, oh, blinking heck. And all these other cars are half up on grass verges, half off grass verges, all just cars are just parking wherever they can, as long as it's not blocking anyone, just so they can get into the hospital because they've got to get into the hospital, And as I come round, I just had done like 3 loops around the car park, and there's no spots available. And as I'm coming round, the car park's letting more and more cars in, and there's like a traffic jam coming out of the car park, and it's still allowing more cars to come in. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm never going to get a spot now, because you're letting more people in, knowing this car park is full, and like they're gonna, if anything becomes available, they're gonna get the spot before me. So I'm like, what do I do in this situation? I'm gonna miss this appointment. And because everyone's parked wherever they want, I was like, okay, there's a side bit of curb here, no double yellers. I know it's a private car park, you're not gonna get double yellers, fair enough. But there's a bit of curb here, I can park beside it. I'm not blocking anyone, no one's in the way, everything's fine. I'm just going to have to put my car here, because I am paying for a car park right now and I don't have a bay, and that's not my fault. I don't have a bay. You've let me in. I can't get out without paying. I'm going to have to park here. So I'm like, right, I'm not blocking anyone. I said, what's your thoughts, Mum? She went, I can't see this being a problem. I was like, me neither. You know, I'm not up on the grass or anything like that. I'm like this is going to have to just do, because there's nothing more I can do about it. I'm burning fuel, going round and round and round for no reason. So we get out, go to the appointment. Appointment's over and done with. Apparently you get your first half an hour free. I weren't sure if that was still the case, because obviously it was a new setup. But I'd gone over that half an hour, because when we come out, there was a queue a mile long waiting to pay. So it was like, oh my God, you're joking. And anyway, I noticed this QR code. And anyway, by the time I log this QR code and get on it, I've gone over my half an hour. So it's cost me £3 to park, right? Fair enough. That's how much it costs. I don't think it's worth £3 to park there. And then they charge an extra 20p for convenience. And I'm like, I don't know what was convenient about that situation, to be fair. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind paying 20p, whatever, 20p is 20p, but I don't get how you can charge 20p for convenience, because what was convenient about it? Nothing. It's expensive to park. I couldn't get a bay. I've gone over my half an hour because there's a queue of people not knowing how to pay, and I get charged extra 20p. Fine, whatever. Don't get it. So I go back to my car, and then to my dismay, I'm getting ticketed. And I'm just like, are you joking me? And I've got Casper in my arms because he's tired and doesn't want to walk. I'm carrying Casper. Mum's with me. And I went, excuse me, I went, are you ticketing me? He went, yeah. And I went, why? And he said, because you're not in a bay. I went, there are no bays. Look around you. There are no bays. And he just went. And I went, well, what are people supposed to do? He went, well, you're blocking people. I went, I'm not blocking anybody. Nobody. Tell me where I'm blocking someone. And then he didn't say anything. And he went, you'll just have to appeal it. And I was like, but I said, you have done that, right, just to be a pain in the ass. I went, you could stand there at that barrier and stop people coming in, spend your time wisely, stop people coming in and say there are no spaces, rather than let everybody come in, waste their fuel, their time, go round and round and round and round in circles, and then end up with a ticket that you've put on their car when you could, in fact, just inform people as they're coming in. Anyway, we had a bit of a row. Anyway, but he didn't care. No sympathy there. I mean, I suppose to do that job, you've got to be quite hard-faced anyway. But what frustrated me more than anything is that I paid to park there anyway. I still took my money. They still charged me to park. And now I've got a fine. And I paid, this is the biggest bugbear ever, I paid 20p for the convenience. And there was nothing convenient about it in the first place, and now there's really nothing convenient about it at all. Nothing. So anyway, I spent the whole afternoon putting a letter together trying to appeal, and Mum was going, just appeal, calm down, Gabby, just appeal, you know. And he goes, it's not this gentleman's fault. I'm thinking, bloody well it is. He could have held back, couldn't he? And he went, he's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. And I'm like, I'd be ashamed, man. I'd be absolutely ashamed. I feel so guilty. And he was ticketing everyone. Everybody had a ticket. Absolutely everybody. But at the same time, cars were still going round and round in circles. And I was going up to people that were going to park like out of a bay, and I was going, don't do it. I went, I've just got ticketed. And they were going, oh God, and then getting back in their car. So people were still parking on grass verges, and he was watching them do it before ticketing them. So yeah, Epic Ali. Oh my God, Gabby, he's probably on commission. Probably. I know that's his job. He's got to do his job. Do you know what I mean? But they could hold back a bit, because I was only there just over half an hour. I'd just gone over the half an hour mark, paid £3 to park anyway, which is not a problem if I'm not going to get grief for it, you know. And 20p, the biggest annoyance. Convenience. If they said an extra 20p just for admin fee, which a lot of the time it's admin fee, which admin actually shouldn't cost anything, because you're just unticking something on a box, and I know that because I worked in the booking office in the holiday parks. Shouldn't charge anything for admin, nothing. That's just an absolute con. That's a money-making scheme. And it's just the fact that they said it was for convenience that bugged me. Like, if it was, 20p just for the tip, I'd be like, okay, 20p just for the fact that we've just done up the car park. Okay, 20p convenience. No, it's not convenient to me. Yeah. They robbed you blind. They did. But what was most annoying than anything, like, it was just the fact that it's my time. Do you know what I mean? Like, spending all afternoon putting that letter together to appeal and have a rant, and I could be spending time with my son. I could be editing a video to go up on YouTube, you know. I could be learning some songs for my gigs at the weekend. I could be cleaning my house. You know, I could be getting on with other stuff, you know, like complaining about wardrobes. So it's the time more than anything, and that's what the biggest annoyance is. And then moving forward to another little issue that we actually had this week, Holly, another Holly situation actually. Quick drink, sorry. We're doing well this morning, aren't we? Considering I'm working blind. Where does the car park money go if it's not to do with the hospital? I don't know, it's a council car park, I guess, because I'm sure it was the council that I appealed to. So I think it's a council one, but I don't know where all this, I don't know where it goes. It's like school fines. Where does that money go? It's all very random, isn't it? A traffic warden has to give 30 tickets a week, even if there's nothing to ticket. That's why they stand around waiting for people to run into the shops. Oh my God, it's vicious, really, isn't it? It's brutal. It's really horrible. Like, that's what I said to him when we was arguing. I went, you've just done that out of spite. I did say that to him. I said, you know, because he said, there's nothing I can do now, I've put it through. And I went, well, you could unput it through. And he went, oh, I can't. I went, well, if you put it through, you can get it out. And he was like, no, I can't. And I was like, I said, you just done that to be cruel. I said, that's spiteful. You can see this is a hospital. So you can see people are visiting people or going in there because they're sick. And it's not just me you ticket in, because I don't even need the appointment. We don't even need to go. It was even more frustrated. It weren't even like I was in a desperate situation like everybody else was. But everybody, all these people, there's probably like people that are disabled, that are going to have, like, I don't know, their hearts checked or their legs checked and all sorts of really serious things checked. And they're coming out to these fines because these people can't get parked in a bay because car park's not big enough anyway. And it's just not fair. And they did say to me when I typed in my stuff to appeal, they did say there was a sign, there's a sign upon entrance saying that you must park in a bay. And in my letter back to them, it was a very long-winded letter, I did have a good old rant. I did say, like, well, I'm sorry, I've used this car park several times before. I just assumed everything would be okay, so I didn't look for that sign, nor was it really in my face, because if it was in my face, I'd have noticed it. And obviously when you're on autopilot, you go for an appointment, you don't go, hang on a minute, just before I go through this barrier, I know I've got a queue of people behind me, but I'm just going to make sure I read every little thing and every little detail before I go through this barrier. It's not realistic. Realistically, If there's an urgency that needs to be displayed, it really needs to be in your face, not on like a slight sign somewhere amongst all the rest of the writing that's written all over the place about the hospital. You know what I mean? And it got missed. And it got missed. And it didn't get missed because I'm stupid or I didn't see it. It got missed because I just weren't looking for it. Because I'm just not interested. Do you know what I mean? I'm just interested in getting in, just like everybody else is that wants to go to a hospital. Because most of the time, they're concerned about something, or a lot of people are desperate going to A&E for a fact. So they're not going to sit there and go, oh, you know, I'm bleeding like mad. I've just cut an artery or whatever. I need to get into the hospital, or I'm in labour or something like that. Hang on a minute, I'll just read that sign. That's going to take forever to read. No, it's not realistic at a hospital or anywhere, in fact, to be fair, because people are busy, people have got lives, and end of story, end of rant. So anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments on the whole hospital parking situation. Should it be demolished? I think it bloody well should. And please don't anyone take the fact that I said bloody in a bad way, because I didn't mean it in an offensive way. It's just me, and it's just how I talk, and that's just the way it is. All right, so moving on, right, to Holly. Let's talk about Holly's little situation. So Holly was driving down a country kind of road. Weren't really a country road, semi-country road, not a busy road, just like rural kind of road. And goes over a pothole, which is in the middle of the road that was pretty hard to avoid, to be fair. And because it was once when she come around the corner, obviously, if she just swerved, she could have ended up having an accident, had to go over this pothole. She was really annoyed about it, and then like moments later, punctured. So she had to get to the nearest garage, and she struggled to drive there, but she had to. It was all she could do, but there wasn't one too far because the tyre was just punctured and going down. She ended up paying £90 because that's how much the cheapest tyre was at the place that was most convenient. So she had a tyre replaced. These things happen all the time. You've got to like have your tyres replaced. But it's obviously not the driver's responsibility to make sure that the roads don't have potholes in them. And to be fair, there are a lot of potholes at the moment. And I'm not joking. Like seriously, like SHIT loads of potholes everywhere. So, you know, and I don't know if it's a mother thing, but I feel bad for Holly, you know, having to do that. So I said, you know, you make a complaint about it, because at the end of the day, you know, it shouldn't have been there. It's cost you, do you know what I mean? And it could cause an accident, in fact. It needs reporting and blah, blah, blah. So she goes to claim compensation for the fact that she's had to pay £90 for a new tyre. And the council eventually wrote back saying that that road had been checked within a certain time frame, so it was well in good working order, regardless of the pothole, basically. And if she wanted to take it further, she'd have to pay to take it to court. But they that's another situation. So they were saying that the road is in perfectly good working order. No chance of claiming off the council. Oh, I know, right, Barry, I've noticed that now. Sorry, I am new here. Can someone tell me who is Holly? Holly is my daughter. She's my daughter. So yeah, I just was shocked that they were like, well, because it was checked within this time frame, that's acceptable to have that pothole there. Because what if something worse had happened with that pothole? Like, potholes, like, they can cause accidents. If it's going to puncture a tyre, there's still that quite high risk that you could have an accident, because a puncture, a blowout, can cause bad accident, right? So there was no like, oh my God, we're going to get it filled straight away or anything like that. I mean, I think they have filled it now, but there was no mention of filling it or anything like that. So when it got reported, they must have gone, oh God, we've got to fill this, and then turn around and say, you know, it was in the time frame, so it's absolutely okay. But it's not bloody okay, because someone's just got a puncture from it. So the roads are a disgrace for the taxes we get charged. Yeah, I really agree. Like, I'm sure that Tim, like, paid, oh, I don't know, like when you tax your vehicle, does that go towards road tax? I'm not really sure. Is it like just like council tax? I don't know what form of tax, to be fair, goes towards sorting the roads. Sit here and call me thick, call me what you like, but I'm not overly sure. I just pay what I'm charged and it goes to whatever it goes to, and I don't really think much about it. But whatever money does go towards those roads, like, they should be in a state where you don't get punctures when you drive on them, right? Yeah, road tax then, yeah. So, if we're talking like road tax, I know for a fact that Tim pays like over £500. I'm sure he pays over £500 for his road tax on his car, taxing his car a year, something like that. So you know, people do pay a lot on taxes. But like I say, I'm not overly sure what pays for that, but it is road tax. So taxes that we pay on the car are going towards the roads. Okay, that's fair enough. I wasn't overly sure what went towards that, to be fair. But that, you know, you spend a lot of money and they're not in really good states. And it wasn't even like it was a dirt track road or anything like that. It's just a rural kind of road. So it should have been in good working order. But yeah, I have had a little bit of a rant there, haven't I, about these situations. Never fix them properly and the potholes soon return. They do, don't they? Like, I've noticed that as well in certain places. Like, they might get covered up and next thing you know, you've got a problem. Time frame, fixed, yeah, I know. My road tax is £30. That's not quite a good price actually, Lee, isn't it? That's not bad. If they fix the roads. I thought road tax was supposed to help with road maintenance. Yeah, it probably is then. But like I said, I wasn't sure because there's like so many factors of what certain taxes go towards and stuff like that in there, and I've never really broke it down before and really analysed it because I've just got on with it. I just thought, well, pay it, move on. But it isn't until you get to a situation like this and go, okay, hang on a minute, you know what I mean, like, what is what? When you pay road tax for your vehicle, it pays for upkeep of roads in your area. Well, not in our area, that's for sure. What a horrible experience Gabby had over here. The car park would show how many bays are left before you enter, so no point going round and round inside. Do you know what? I know. I've known of some car parks, like when I've gone shopping and that sort of tell you how many bays are left. And even like if I go shopping in Norwich, which is my local city, it will say like, oh, Chapelfield. It's not even Chapelfield anymore. Don't even know what it's called. I call it Chapelfield. Castle Meadow, Castle Quarter, I don't know. I can't remember what they're called either. I just go shopping. But it will say like how many spaces are left and stuff like that. And I'll just go, okay, I can park here because there's so many spaces, you know, and it's fair enough. And that's kind of how the modern car parks work. And with the hospital actually having like a new system put in, I thought that might actually be the case. Oh my God, we've got 219 people listening to me rant about road tax, potholes, hospital parking, wardrobes, what else? Lampshades. To be fair, that was my fault, that lampshades. You're having a good time. Best move I ever made, put 2 gallon in and it goes forever. To be fair, the roads are better than the paths where I live. Nightmare for my mobility scooter, Charlotte says. Oh my God, you'll have to show me a picture of some of your roads if they're worse than the ones I've got. Hi Linda, thank you for joining this morning. So much appreciated. I am working blind this morning. I don't have pet of the week. Look out for it on the community tab anyway. Gabby, this is life. It happens to us all. It does. Love your rants. Do you know what though? Like going back to that hospital, I was so angry. I was so angry about it. I just wanted to punch a wall. Like, and I'm not an aggressive person. I'm really, really not. Yes, I've got an Italian fiery temper, and I can be opinionated on personal stuff. But I'm someone that likes to make love, not war. Like, no word of a lie. I'm chilled. I'm usually, in general, a really, really chilled person. And I'm usually just like, oh, don't stress about it. Don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Just chill. Do you know what I mean? And like, but when my buttons get pushed, I get so fiery, but it takes a lot to get me there. But when I get there, I get so so angry and so mad. And I end up turning into a psycho, like, no lie. And I was having a really good day. And me and my mum were together. And we were like, yeah, we're going to do this. And we're going to take Casper to nursery. And then we're going to go into Yarmouth. We're going to grab a coffee together. It's going to be really, really nice. And my mood was so light and I felt great. But when that happened, when I saw him just like be so unfair, not just towards me, but towards everybody in that hospital that was struggling to park, I was so angry. Honestly, I couldn't. I'm just being like normal here when I say it. Like it's just a human reaction, or the way I react. I was just like, how can you do that? You know what I mean? How can you think that's okay? You know, and I was just really angry because I felt like he was really playing on the sick. Do you know what I mean? And I know that I'm not the sick, but you don't know who's in there for what. So I was just really, really mad about it. And then for the rest of the day, I just kept saying to my mum, I went, oh my God, that traffic warden. Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? I was so angry. And mum was going, right, don't think about it anymore. Don't think about it. Let it go. Just block it out. And I was going, yeah, I'm just going to block it out. And then I'd be fine. And then I'd do something. And then my mind would be taken back to it. And I'd be like, oh my God, that traffic warden. You know what I mean? Like, oh, long. I was like, that traffic warden. How could he? I was so mad. You should start writing a book about these things, Gabby. It's like a soap opera. Oh, I wish I'd have vlogged it. I've got some photographs of my car, actually. If you want, I'll put it on the community tab and show you where my car was parked. Because I do have photographs. But I really wish I was vlogging it, because I think I vlogged the weekend before. So that's going to be going up soon. And I wasn't vlogging that day. And I was like, I really wish this would have been amazing content. Amazing. Everybody would have been everybody, if this was filmed, you'd have all been screaming at the camera. You'd have all been like, oh my God, you know, because it was just a really frustrating moment. Traffic wardens at the Paget must be new, as never seen them there before. No, I've never come across one. I've never had an issue really at the Paget parking. I've usually just gone in, parked, paid a lot sometimes. Once I paid like 15 quid, I'm sure I did. And then A&E situation, you know, and then just leave. I've never had that. I just didn't think, maybe I'm just really naive, but I just didn't think they would even think to do something like that in a hospital. No, well, like I said, I'm not an aggressive person or anything like that, so I would never have ever got physical, but I did give him a good old piece of my mind. And I just wish I got his name badge, actually. But it's not, you know, it could have been any traffic warden, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? They've got to do what they got to do, but there was no remorse. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, God, I'm so sorry. Like, if it was me and I had to do a job, I'd be going, oh my God, I know, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do it. I'm so sorry. But if you peel it, it'll be all right. It's just my job. Do you know what I mean? And they would have shown some compassion. He was just like, anyway, right. I've got to get Casper to nursery because obviously we're quite late starting today. So I'm going to end coffee morning with Pop's quote of the week, right? Obviously, Father's Day is coming, so it's a Father's Day related quote of the week. So you'll like this one. And I know it on the top of my head. Hopefully I say it right. So are you ready? I need a drum roll. I need a drum roll for the quote of the week. That's it. Drum roll, drum roll. Here we go. Seeing the drums. I can see the drums. Okay. Pop's quote of the week goes like this. For Father's Day. When you have one daughter, you become a dad or a father. When you have 2 daughters, you become a referee. So that was a nice easy one, wasn't it? Nothing to do with me and my sister then. So I'll just repeat that. When you have 1 daughter, you become a dad. When you have 2 daughters, you become a referee. No, me and my sister love each other so much. And we never fought when we were kids at all, did we, Dad? So anyway, on that note, have an amazing week, everybody. I'm going to be putting a weekend vlog up for you, which is going to go up this week. So please keep your eyes peeled for it. Don't forget, we've got the Mums Club, which is on Wednesday, and that's going to be at 1:30. So please tune in for Mums Club as well. Again, thanks for everyone that came over to support. Come over to Instagram, give me a follow over there, and come and check out what's been going on. And next week, I'm going to be away. I'm away. Now, I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do coffee morning away or bring it forward. I'm not sure, and do it at the weekend before I go. So I'm like this at the moment. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to play it. I definitely don't want you guys to miss out. And I definitely don't want to miss doing it. So I don't know. So I will keep you posted. I'll keep you in the loop. Keep your eyes on that community tab. Hit the notification bell so you can see what's going on. But in the meantime, everyone, have an amazing day. And if you're going to do something today, make sure that it is something positive and don't become a traffic warden. If you can be anything, don't be a traffic warden. No, I'm only joking. If you have to be a traffic warden, I get it. You need to have a job. I get it. Just be compassionate when you're ticketing someone. See you, everyone. Bye.